Alrighty, guys, let's talk about the Barbarian in Season 3. What are the buffs? What are the nerfs? And so, with Barbarian, though, I do have to cover this first because it's heavily tied into Druid and Barbarian, kind of Necromancer as well. But Overpower basically got cut in half. So, you used to be able to get like 2% of your base while you had like Fortify or whatever, and then the power attacks gain 1% damage now from 2%. So basically, this is cut in half, but does it really matter compared to the rest of the stuff? No, it's still probably one of the best classes in the game, and there are two reasons. One, they actually didn't nerf Blood Rage. I was like almost certain that thing was going to get nerfed. If you guys are wondering what the heck is that, that's the legendary node that gives you like a multiplier bonus that would be on the same level as a key passive that Rogue had, that was like heavily nerfed, but this doesn't matter. Plus, it gives you a bonus to grant yourself berserking. Barbarian's still looking to be one of the stronger classes in the game. Plus, you have an additional two-hander for another aspect, or if you're just running Grandfather, you still hit harder than any class in the game. So, if you're interested in playing Barb and you're worried about nerfs, it's really not even that bad at all. But let's talk about it. So, starting right off, the Ring of the Ravenous. So, this is a brand new item that makes it so the Ren's duration is going to be increased by 2 to 4 seconds, and damaging enemies with brawling skills applies 2 stacks of Ren's Bleed, and this can only occur once every 4 seconds per enemy. So it's still going to be relatively fast if you want to go ahead and run that, but are you going to be sacrificing the Red Ring of Fury? No. I think it's just like way too strong for like any comparison. So you're automatically going to be running that, and I guess if you want to run that, you could. But like, okay, I should probably pop this out really quick because it is like very important. So if you're wondering what I'm referencing for Barbarian, let's go to the build planet. This ring is just like so important. This thing is just way too good. Oh, does it like mess up if I click on? Okay, well, for some reason it like makes the text go way above and my face is blocking it. But basically, it doesn't only works with Hammer of the Ancients, Upheaval, or Death Blow. So, like, because this ring exists, like, those skills are going to be, like, the primary things that people want, because it guarantees the crit, and it gives you, like, X crit multi. So, it's hard to strive and go away from those specific skills for those reasons, but nonetheless, they're at least trying, right? Next up, there's the aspect of the Sundered Realm, and every 25 seconds, Upheaval is guaranteed to overpower and deals some more damage, and its timer is reduced when it overpowers a boss or an elite enemy. So, I guess you can try to get some more overpower, even though it got nerfed. I think HOTA is still just going to be way better. It just hits way harder, and if anyone's played Upheaval, the wind up is so dang slow that you could just like eliminate everything before Upheaval even regs a hit. So I don't even feel like it matters. It's like every 25 seconds for a like an offensive aspect. I mean, yes, there is that cooldown. I guess if it can hit, like, it says this timer is reduced when Upheaval overpowers. I'm wondering if there's multiple like elites grouped up and it hits multiple, can that actually proc it multiple times in the same hit? If so, then maybe it could be good for clearing out stuff. But like, have you played HOTA? It like one-shots everything anyway, so I wouldn't even worry about this. So this is what a lot of people are talking about. I'm gonna have to wait and see. So a lot of people are like, dude, making a charge barb. So it's very rare that we see something that gets the base damage increased by 900%. Like, what is this number? This is now Diablo 3, where we just get some, like, crazy number, and just, like, you run this and you just one-shot everything, right? Is that going to be the case? Well, Barbarian's skills, like, they scale so well because of the node, the Blood Rage node. Like, everything just scales so dang good with it. And then there's also the enhanced terrain impact getting increased over here, which, like, you increase it by 900%, and then you give it basically more than double. Like, it's gonna do well, unless they somehow mess up the math. And then Power Charge no requires a terrain to reduce the cooldown of charge, and now charging a boss will reduce its cooldown by 6 seconds. So it's still, like, kind of usable on the bosses. But as far as, like, the cooldown going, let's check out the other thing. Elite base damage, 30%. I don't think that's going to matter that much. When you compare this 900, it's just not even close. We look at the passes, Brute Force, Overpower damage, decrease, okay. Unlucky, but whatever. Walking Arsenal, they buffed this. I think it's just too hard to keep up. Maybe if this was like 30 seconds, it'd be kind of cool. So I just don't like swapping, like requiring to look at it. It's very tedious, and I think that that'd be something that's kind of nice. And then additional damage for having all bonuses increased, and then having all bonuses increased. But are you really going to be swapping away from what every single one and their nan runs? Unbridled Rage. Like, it's just way too good. There's just nothing that's on the same level. Unconstrained, the Berserking damage bonus got increased from 60 to 100. I don't know if people still run it. Again, the other ones are so good. Gushing Wounds, the bleed amount is getting increased. The Overpower explosion damage is getting increased. Again, the other one's just like consistent, right? Weapon expertise, the leveling has been cut. It's fine. Just go to the trading dummy. You'll level up all of them. unless they nerf this, I think next season, which I don't think that they've mentioned yet. The martial glyph. So this is actually pretty cool. So now reduces the cooldown of every non-shout skill by 4 seconds instead of every other shout by 1.2 seconds. Now, it doesn't say non-ultimate. So if this works, you just triple shout, not the berserker, let's go. So that could be something to consider as well. And then with the item updates, the resource aspect of Echoing Fury, you now generate more Fury while any shout is active instead of per one. So it's a nerf and a buff. Next up, the offensive aspect of Limitless Rage. The damage bonus has now a 5-second duration to be used. So I guess I'm actually not sure how this is going to interact. So my guess is that you activate it and then it goes away. Or there could be some cool snapshotting things where you use last forever, like, you know, some of the stuff that people do in like Zero, where they would just get like multiple aspects. Then there's a Veterans Brawling's offensive aspect, which reduces the damage per stack from 15 to 20 to 6 to 8 to a reduced maximum of 225 to 300. What, this is a huge change over here to 30 to 40%. Okay. Next up, the aspect of Ancestral Charge. They reduce the bonus damage from 75 to 125 to 20. Wow, that's a huge nerf. But again, if you look at how much damage the Barb deals, like I've got clips of like the Rogue one-shotting as well as the Barb one-shotting, and the Barb one-shot was like non-bug. With the Rogue, we had to use the combo points, 20 points into like the combo points with bolts to like bug it out. And like the Barb is still going to be one of the stronger classes. Still probably you cut the thing's damage by like, you know, 50%, and it's still going to be insanely powerful. Anyways, next up, offensive aspect of Echoing Wrath. They reduce the bonus weapon mastery damage from 82 to 100 to 40 to 60, and the damage bonus has now a 5-second duration to be used. Again, this could be interesting because now that they put some sort of cap on it to be used, what if you just swap and it still has that bonus, but the item is not equipped? If you guys maybe want to try snapshotting. They said that snapshotting change is not going to be coming till later. So what this means is these things right here actually could still be bugged in some sort of way. You might have to figure out how you're going to do it. Diablo players will always find a way, but more than likely what's going to happen, people will figure out how to snapshot these to get it like permanent. And then what's going to happen is then once the gauntlet comes out, they're all going to get nerfed and all the snapshotting is going to be going away. So maybe you get to have a fun for a while, just like the defaults, although that lasted the whole entire season. Anyways, the Ring of the Red Fury. Oh, they nerfed it. What? Damage bonus now has a 5. Oh, that's not even that bad. Oh, yeah, that's not even that bad at all. Where people snap. I didn't know of the Red Ring of Fury like snapshotting. Why does this have a 5-second duration? Huh. I guess you would charge it up, and then you would. And my guess is they don't want people to charge it up and then like one shot like the boss via hitting. If you guys have ever watched any, like I used to make like some TikTok clips, and I would get all of my damage charge up, and then I would do a little dance. Because it had no duration, and it was like your next core skill of whatever would slam for a big amount of damage. I don't know why, like, why does this have a duration? It's probably to either fix a snapshot or is going to end up being bugged, and people are going to figure out how to exploit it even further with all of these. Again, maybe it's to be fixed. I wasn't aware of this one, and I usually am pretty up to date. You know, we'll have to ask Rob on some of these. He's going to figure it out, all right? But anyways, those are the brand new Barbarian changes. If you are playing Barbarian, what are you excited to be playing? In my personal opinion, I would only be interested in playing Charge because I've played literally every single Barbarian build. I was really hoping, we'll see if Rend is good, but again, with Fury existing, it's just going to make people not want to play everything. You could literally play any Barbarian build, I'm sure it'll still dominate. There is another thing in here, I don't know if it was mentioned, but I know this was mentioned in some other live stream or something. There's like a Hammer of the Ancients thing that was actually applying this damage like 100% of the time. It's one of these. I believe it was after overpowering. They said that they were gonna like somehow like change this. Like this was bugged and it was apparently like working at all times or something. I was pretty sure people were doing this and then they would swap to this. There's a lot of things in Diablo where like you would snapshot. So I'm pretty sure they're nerfing something with that because they said something was being able to be activated the whole time and they're nerfing that. It's not really that big of a deal. This is for like the 1% people that are kind of cheating the game anyways. But I was really hoping to see Whirlwind get buffed out of everything. But maybe next season, Kappa. So next season, Whirlwind maybe can be finally playable. That's what I was interested in playing. But that's going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and want to see gameplay of it, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of new builds before the season starts. So hit subscribe if you guys want to see it so you don't miss out. Anyways, peace out. And let me know if you are playing Barbarian, what build are you playing? And if it's not Charge, I think you're going to be missing out. That damage number is crazy. All right, peace out.